Ruben Amorim must decide whether to recall Marcus Rashford to Manchester United's squad against Bournemouth at Old Trafford on Sunday after revealing that Mason Mount faces another lengthy layoff following his latest injury. Rashford was absent for the second game in a row when United were knocked out of the Carabao Cup at Tottenham on Thursday night after claiming that he wants a new challenge in his career. Amorim confirmed that Rashford is available and indicated once again that it will be a selection decision based on the player's performance in training and not a disciplinary issue. Meanwhile, Mount saw a specialist on Wednesday after he went off with a muscle injury less than 15 minutes into United's win in the Manchester derby last weekend, and Amorim confirmed the player will be out for several weeks. Mount has only played in 33 out of a possible 77 games since joining United from Chelsea for £60 million last year. "I don't know the exact date, but it's going to be for long," Amorim said. "That's it, it's part of football and you continue." The new head coach will try to use the time Mount is out to help him adapt to the new system he wants at United. Victor Lindelof is in the same boat after he limped out of the 4-3 defeat at Spurs on what was only his fourth start of an injury-hit season. "What I can do is to help Mays and teach him how to play our game," said Amorim. "When he's recovering, try to use that time for him to think about different things. The worst part is we don't have time to train like you should do when you are recovering from a lot of injuries. We are always traveling, we have games and trainings, we don't have all the team together, and this is really hard to recreate the game before they come to the game. You can see with Vic was recovering, he trained really well, we pushed him, we made all the sprints he should do before he came to the game, but the game is a completely different world. They have to have more time to train, so it's really hard. We try to manage that with rotation, but even with rotation it is really hard to have all the squad healthy and available. The big question remains: will Rashford suit up against Bournemouth? Amorim and Liverpool could certainly use him. Can Andoni Iraola's side manage back-to-back Premier League wins at Old Trafford? Or will Ruben Amorim's Reds bounce back after going down to Tottenham? Let's look ahead to Sunday's clash with our Man United vs Bournemouth prediction and preview. Ruben Amorim saw the best and worst of Manchester United this week, but will hope to focus on the positives when his side host Bournemouth on Sunday. United stunned fierce rivals Manchester City with a last-gasp 2-1 victory inspired by Amad Diallo. A dismal defensive performance then resulted in a 4-3 defeat at Tottenham in Thursday's EFL Cup quarter-final. Diallo won the penalty for Bruno Fernandes to convert against City, before rounding Ederson and firing United to an unlikely smash-and-grab triumph over their neighbours. The Ivorian winger, who also found the net against Spurs, has now either scored or assisted a goal in each of his last 5 Premier League starts with 1 goal and 5 assists. Playmaker Fernandes has also started to find form after scoring 4 goals and assisting 3 in his last 7 league outings. He had managed just 2 assists and failed to find the net in his first 9 Premier League games of this campaign. Improvements are still desperately needed, though, considering United would be in the bottom half of the table at Christmas for the first time since 1989-1990 if they fail to win on Sunday at Old Trafford. Though some of the struggles can be apportioned to former manager Erik ten Hag, Amorim still has a lot to work on. United have allowed a higher share of their goals from corners than any other side in the Premier League this season, a staggering 42% or 8 out of 19 total goals. Then, under Amorim, 4 of the 7 goals conceded have been from corners. Son Heung-min curled a corner directly over backup goalkeeper Altay Bayındır in the Spurs defeat, too, as United's suspect defending highlighted the significant task at the hands of Amorim. Bournemouth have travelled well in recent weeks, winning their last 2 top-flight away games against Ipswich Town and Wolves. That is their best run since a 4-game streak in December 2023, where the 3rd win coincidentally also came against Man United. Andoni Iraola's side salvaged a 1-1 draw with West Ham in their last outing as substitute Enes Ünal's stunning 90th-minute free kick cancelled out Lucas Paqueta's penalty just 3 minutes prior. Ünal levelled the scores against Ipswich the week before, again from the bench, with Bournemouth managing 8 Premier League goals from substitutes this term. That is the most such strikes this season, and their 17 since the start of the last campaign can only be narrowly bettered by Brighton's 18. United's defence could be up against it here, too, given only Man City have attempted more shots than Bournemouth in the league this season. Iraola's men amassed 29 of those against West Ham, their second most in a Premier League game behind the 32 efforts they managed against Sheffield United in March. Ryan Christie was involved in 11 of those 29 attempts against Julen Lopetegui's side on Monday, firing 6 shots and creating 5 chances. The Scotland midfielder is just the third Bournemouth player to manage 5+ shots and chances created in a Premier League game, after Jordan Ayew versus Brighton in January 2018 and Josh King against Chelsea in January 2019. Christie will be expected to continue in a midfield pivot with Lewis Cook, though Marcos Senesi, Marcus Tavernier, Julian Araujo, Luis Sinisterra and Alex Scott remain out as long-term absentees for Sunday's visitors. Marcus Rashford's availability for Sunday is uncertain, and the same applies to Victor Lindelof, who was forced off against Spurs in the first half. Luke Shaw and Mason Mount are definitely out, while Matthijs de Ligt is also a doubt. United failed to win either of their Premier League meetings with Bournemouth last season, losing 3-0 at Old Trafford in December last year. Dominic Solanke, now of Spurs, Philip Billing and Senesi were all on target in that Bournemouth victory last term, a result somewhat bucking the usual trend. Indeed, Bournemouth have lost 5 of their last 7 away games in the league at Old Trafford, with their sole victory coming in the 2023-24 season. Experts and bookies alike favour Man United to take the victory on Sunday.